What is up, YouTube family? It's K-Star, and I'm here to do my week 29 and week 30 post-op VSG update video. I'm really sorry I did not get a video out for you guys last week, update-wise. That was my bad. My excuse is I could not find my scale. It was packed away in a box, and I could not find it, so I could not weigh myself, so I didn't know what to update you about. Which is bullshit, because like so much other stuff has been going on. But, I did not weigh myself at all last week because I could not find my scale. I found it yesterday. I still have not completely unpacked. It has been total madness since I got back. I have nonstop been hanging out with people, making new friends, hanging out with my brother, hanging out with my sister-in-law, hanging out with my best friend. Like, it's been really good seeing everybody, but it has been crazy, crazy, crazy overwhelming. Like, I'm so used to being on my own time and doing what I want when I want, not really having to tell people where I am or anybody wonder where I am or what I'm doing, or even having the ability to go hang out with the people that I'm hanging out with now, or going to family functions and all that stuff. It was kind of just stuff I heard about later. And I just was out there in Vegas doing my own thing. And now all of a sudden there's all these expectations and people and events, and it's good. It's awesome, having an actual social life. But it's just been really overwhelming because I'm not used to it at all. I'm used to very much just being on my own and doing everything by myself and not being on anybody else's schedule. So it's been a bit of an adjustment for sure. But it's good. It is good. And I started my new job, which is not great because it is really slow. I came from a very high volume salon where I was quite busy, obviously, because I have been there for nearly 3 years. Now I'm the new kid. I'm low man on the totem pole. Like, it's just not the same. And I knew it wouldn't be the same. And I tried to prepare myself for it, but I was ill prepared. The new job it's not what I am used to at all. So I'm just trying to adjust and see where it goes and stick to it and, do what I need to do or whatever. But that has been a little overwhelming as well. And I have been bad. I've just been a bad weight loss surgery patient since I've been back. My eating is all over the place. And my weight loss reflects that a little bit, I guess. I don't know. I feel so off track because I wasn't able to weigh myself and all this other stuff, and word vomit. It's just crazy. So let's get numbers out of the way because they're not that impressive. Highest weight 301.2, surgery weight 290. Last time I did an update was 2 weeks ago. It was week 28, and I weighed 185.6. This morning I weighed 181.8. So in 2 weeks, I've only lost 3.8 pounds. So almost 2 pounds a week, technically. It's not that bad, but it's not great. Whatever. But I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing wrong. And honestly, all this stuff would have totally derailed me before surgery. What is this piece of hair doing? Okay, there we go. All this would have totally derailed me before surgery. Totally and completely derailed me. I would have used it, all the stress, the move, the breakup, blah, 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 blah. I would have used everything as an excuse to just eat whatever I wanted, binged, felt guilty, probably would have not eaten for a couple days, and I would have binged again, and then I would have felt crappy. Like, it would have just been this vicious cycle of me eating shitty food and me feeling bad about eating shitty food and blah, blah, blah. And not exercising at all. I'm still doing yoga. I just haven't checked out the new yoga studio yet. I have no excuses other than I'm nervous. Really nervous about the new studio because there's only one Ashtanga studio anywhere near me, and it's in Norman. And if I don't like it, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. So I don't know why I'm putting it off. I have no real excuses, but I'm doing it Thursday morning. I'm going to try to make a video about it. I need you guys to hold me accountable. Like, blow me up on Facebook, send me text messages. 5 a.m. Central Time, people need to be hitting me up until I respond to make sure I get up and I go to yoga and I get going because it's my mom's birthday that day, a lot of stuff going on. I need to get up and just get with it. And I think getting up and doing yoga is a good way to do that, is to get my body going. That's what I'm used to, and I need to get back into that routine because my body it's starting to hurt. I'm starting to hurt. And I know it's because everything's getting tight again because I haven't been working out as much as I should. I've only been doing it like 3 times a week instead of 6 times a week. That's bad. But I finally did a back bend all on my own. It only took me 5 months, but I did it. So, yeah, that's my confession on exercise. I've cut my exercise in half. It's bad. And I wanted to start lifting weights because the closer I get to goal, I want to get to goal. I might want to go beyond goal and all of that, but it's becoming less about the number on the scale and more about how my body looks and feels. And I know that there are things that I could do that would help all of that along. Lifting weights is one of them. I really don't like lifting weights. We have talked about this, but I feel like it would be beneficial in the long run if I could get myself into a routine, I hope. And I've done like no cardio, like none. And I typically don't do any outside of yoga, but again, I just feel like it's starting to become a little bit more necessary to add in new things into my weight loss because it has slowed down. And part of that could be the eating. We'll talk about that. But I just think I should probably mix up my exercise routine. I don't see how it could possibly hurt anything. So food, bad. I have been forgetting to eat. Again, this is the problem for me, you guys. This is the problem. Me making time to eat. There are days when I only eat once. There are days when I don't eat at all. It's bad. And then there are days when I eat way too much and I eat all the wrong things. So a little bit of like pre-op Kaylee coming back amongst all this stress. It's definitely thrown me a little bit off track. I don't want to say I'm completely off the wagon or totally off the rails because I'm aware. Before, I would have been blind to it. I would have just done it mindlessly. I would have justified it any way I needed to, whatever. But no, now I have so much more perspective and I understand what I'm doing wrong. I understand the mistakes that I'm making. And they are conscious mistakes. Like when I went and ate Mexican food today, I knew that was a bad idea. But I did it anyway because I wanted to and I paid for it. I was miserable after I ate. My best friend and I went to our favorite Mexican food restaurant here in Moore, and it was good. It was delicious, but I was so uncomfortable after we ate. I ate like 3 chips with some queso and salsa. I had like 3 bites of rice and like 1 bite of my enchilada, and I tried to peel like the corn tortilla off and just eat like the stuffing out of it because I was eating the rice. Oh my God, never again. I am adding rice to the list of foods I am terrified of. The list consists now of croutons and rice. It's not a long list. But they're both carbs. It was so not worth it. It was not worth it. Yeah, it tasted good and I was like, oh fuck yeah, Mexican food, like real legit Mexican food. But I was so uncomfortable after I ate it. I'm just like, never again. It's not worth. I don't miss feeling like that. It's not worth it to me anymore. So, and I don't think I realized pre-op how crappy I actually felt. That was just my normal. Like you feel like shit after you eat. Why do we keep doing it? I don't know, but we did. And I felt bad. And I don't think I realized how bad I felt. And now that I know that there's something different, like now that I know that things can be better, that you don't have to feel crappy all the time, that normal was crappy. Now you have a new normal that is not crappy. So you're more aware of what crappy feels like, is what I'm trying to say. So, I won't be doing that again. No more Mexican food for me. I need to detox with the carbs. I have let a lot of carbs slip back into my diet, with eating out, going out with people, going out with family. I have eaten a lot of restaurant food. And that is not good because I don't know what's been done to it, but obviously it hasn't been good because my stomach is not happy with it at all. And then we have the drinking. I've been drinking a lot since I've been back because I've been going to parties and meeting up with people and stuff like that. I don't want you guys to think I'm like turning into a raging alcoholic or anything like that, but I have been drinking more than normal, and I had, again, to learn the hard way what my limits are with that. And I learned that yesterday. I woke up. I did not do my protein shake like I normally do. I was just kind of hanging out around the house, just doing whatever. And my friend came over in the early afternoon, and we proceeded to begin drinking. And we continued to drink throughout the rest of the afternoon and into the evening time, and I ate nothing. I had nothing to eat. I drank no water. The first thing I put down was wine, and from there it went to vodka and orange juice, and that was it. That was my diet yesterday, and that is not good. And I learned the hard way that that's not good because I was at a friend's house and my blood sugar tanked, and it tanked bad. That happened to me one other time since surgery, and it was during yoga class. This was way worse. This was way scarier. I legitimately thought I was going to pass out. Like, I could barely walk to the car for somebody to take me home. It was really, really awful, and I was really scared. I did not know what to expect, and it lasted way longer than I thought it would, than it normally does, even after I got home and I got something to eat. It did not feel good. It was very, very scary. I did end up getting sick. And I don't know if I got sick because I had too much to drink or because of my blood sugar or a combination thereof, but it's the first time that I have gotten sick while drinking since surgery. And since I had not eaten anything, I didn't really have much to give back. It was very unpleasant for everyone involved. I am so sure. So that was super embarrassing. I don't like freaking out in public like that. I definitely don't like looking like the girl who can't hang. So, word to the wise. If you're going to day drink, you need to also eat food. I could I could do that. I could drink on an empty stomach and it did not bother me. Clearly, that is no longer an option for me. So, yeah. Learn from my stupid, idiotic mistakes. Do not drink on an empty stomach after you have had weight loss surgery. It will not go well for you. But other than that, I did have a little bit of an epiphany, and it sounds so stupid when I say it out loud. But I think you guys will get me, because it's just how it is. So we all have this, like, fucked up mental image of ourselves, right? Like, we all still think we're fat in our heads. Even though I've lost, like, what? 119 pounds or something. In my head, I still weigh 301.2, and I think there will always be a part of me that still weighs 301.2 pounds, because I need there to be that in the back of my mind. I can't forget how far I've come. I can't forget why I'm doing this. And to not do that, I feel like a very small part of the old me, it needs to live in there, you know? But I let it consume me, and I let it kind of take over how I think about myself and how I see myself. I still see myself as weighing over 300 pounds. And I was in the car with my sister-in-law, and we were going out to meet my brother. And I realized that I was going to have to be introduced to a lot of new people. And I immediately became very self-conscious about this idea of having to meet new people and what they were going to think. And oh my God, like, they're going to think I'm so fat. I'm going to be the fattest person in the room. It's going to be so uncomfortable. Like, what are they going to say after I leave? And I was just sort of kind of freaking out in my head, like, oh, it's so uncomfortable. I don't want to do that. I don't want to think about, what are these people going to think about me because I'm so fat or whatever. And I realized something. And what I realized was I don't actually weigh 300 pounds anymore. Like, that's actually a fact now. I for real don't weigh 301.2. I weigh 181.8. And that sounds really dumb to say out loud, to be like, oh, I look at a scale almost every day. Wow, that's actually what I weigh. But I think you guys know what I'm saying. Like, in our head, that's always going to be there. That insecurity, it still lives up there, you know? And that fat person, she's still in there. She's still the shot caller up there. And I let that get to me, and I let that really consume me, even subconsciously, you know? And I think for the first time, I consciously recognized what was going on. And it totally just hit me, like, you're not actually that fat anymore. Like, people don't actually see you as that person anymore. And it was simple and profound all at the same time. And it sounds utterly ridiculous out loud, but it was liberating to realize that about myself, that, you know, you're not always the biggest person in the room, and you probably look like a really just like average sized human being to people at this point. Like, I don't think I look skinny. I don't think people would look at me and say, oh, you're too thin or anything like that. I just think my weight would no longer be the first thing people notice about me. My weight would no longer be the first thing that people would judge me on. Or my weight is no longer something that warrants any sort of discussion. You know, when you're really big or really skinny, people are going to comment on that. But I think I probably look to be a pretty average size to most people, so my weight no longer warrants any sort of comment. And that was nice to realize. And maybe that's wrong. Maybe that is fucked up. I don't know. To worry about, is somebody going to judge me immediately on my weight, or is somebody going to talk about, maybe that sounds really conceited, that I think that anybody ever really cared that much. But these are the things that we think, right? And it was nice. It was just nice to know that I was going to walk into a room and I was going to meet new people, and there was the possibility that they were just going to see me and not my weight, you know? And I don't want to say that I feel bad or that I'm embarrassed that I was that overweight, because honestly, I am happy that I got to the size that I got to, because it has led me here. And I don't think that I would know myself in the way that I know myself. I obviously wouldn't know some of the amazing people that I've met if I hadn't been the size that I was. So I am glad that I weighed 301.2 pounds. I am thankful that I weighed 301.2 pounds, because it means that I got to do this, and that I got to meet these people, and that I get to experience something about myself. I get to learn things about myself. And I don't know that everybody gets that chance, whatever it is, you know, whether it's weight loss or a tragedy or a huge triumph or some other kind of like insane adventure. It's just, I don't think everybody gets to actually experience things about themselves. And I don't know, I think there's a lot of people that never really find themselves. And I think that's really sad. So I am thankful for the experience, the opportunity that I've been given. And I am not embarrassed that I was that big. But I'm also extremely happy that I'm no longer that big. And I don't ever want to get to that point again, because it's unhealthy in so many ways. Mentally, especially physically, it's not a good place to be. But that doesn't make you a bad person for having been there. It just makes you who you are. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't know, I'm sure my sister-in-law thinks I'm like a really weird person, that I'm just sort of sitting there totally quiet in her car having like all these, how did I put it in my last video that you guys love so much? Gorgeous explosions of self-knowledge. And not really sharing them out loud. But I don't know. It's weird. And maybe I'm being really self-absorbed, and maybe I am the only person that thinks about themselves this much. Maybe that's bad. But that's where I'm at right now. So I've had a little bit of a breakthrough with my whole self-imageness. And I think that's a good step because I think we all deserve that. You know, we're doing what it takes. We're working our asses off. You know, you should get to enjoy it and you should be proud of it, and you can be proud and you can be happy without being a bitch or without being like grossly self-absorbed about it. Like, you're doing the work. Be proud of it, and I think, you know, it's that's inspiring to other people to see you doing something good for yourself and then actually being happy about it and being proud of yourself and moving forward with it and just seeing how far you can take it. Like, that's where I'm at right now. I want to know what my full potential is. That's what I want to know. That's my new goal. My goal is not to weigh 170 pounds. My goal is not to fit into a certain size of pants. My goal is to reach my full potential and to see what that truly is for me. I want to get outside my comfort zone. I want to do stuff that I thought I would never fucking do. Like, I want to live and I want to feel it, and I just want to go for it and see how far I can take it, you know, with what I can make my body look like, with what I can do with the opportunities that are now available to me. And that again, that sounds so messed up, but I'm just going to be honest. There are things available to me now that were not before. And that doesn't make me wrong. That makes the world wrong. And just because it's, you know, incorrect and inconvenient doesn't make it any less true. So instead of being pissed off about it, I'm going to embrace it, you know, and I just want to know. I just want to know, how far can I take it? How far can I go? What is that? So that's where I'm at. That's a lot. That's 22 minutes of word vomit. That's what this video is. This is what happens when I don't make a video for 2 weeks. That's bad. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. I feel like I'm repeating myself, and I probably have lost all of you. So if you're still watching this, thanks. And I did do a clothing haul. I did actually make one. It's shits. I did it in my bathroom because the lighting is best in there, and I just like held stuff up and I recorded it on my phone, and it was terrible. So I am going to redo it. And I also bought some new stuff with my friend today. So I'm going to redo that. And yes, I'm still doing the shapewear video. I had 3 people ask me about it today. I'm still going to do it. I fucking promise I'm going to do it. I'll try to get it done this week. I hate making promises because then I never keep them when I say that. But really, clothing haul and shapewear video, those are the 2 next videos that I will make before my next update. So, week 29, week 30, crazy madness. I hope all of you guys are doing well, and I hope that you had like a good New Year's and all your New Year's resolution shit. Like, don't do it. Don't make really stupid New Year's resolutions, because I totally hate that when people are like, I'm going to do all these ridiculous things that they're not going to care about in 2 fucking weeks. So just be realistic with that shit. But anyway, yeah, I hope all that was awesome, and I'll see you guys next week.